Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and hello if you're new here, welcome. Hi, my name is Boon. If you're new here, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, please subscribe, helps me out loads, and also if you want to get notified when I upload, then hit the little notification bell. I think it's down here maybe, or it might be up here, I'm not sure. I think it's there still. Anyway, so in today's video I thought I would do a little life update, chatty video, just because not everyday makeup tutorial, you know, sometimes chatty, sometimes sit and talk and chill, and that's what I felt like doing today. So anyway, I'm going to go through your questions and answer them, obviously. So I've asked you to ask me questions on Instagram. So, without further ado, okay, so the first question is, what filler/surgery have you had done? I'm very open about this because I think it's very important to be open if you are online and you've had a procedure. I definitely feel like it's the right thing to do, to be open, because you have impressionable young girls and you don't want them to think that you were born this way or whatever, you know. Or, you know, some people get BBLs and then try and sell workout plans, and I just don't agree with that at all. I think it's really bad. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So surgery, I've had a boob job, that's it, surgery wise, under the knife. So yeah, I've had a boob job. That's the only surgery that I've had. I've had veneers, I've had my teeth done, and I've had filler in my lips, obviously. And then I actually had filler other places, but I dissolved it about a year ago because I started to look fucking crazy and I got really addicted to it and I looked mad. Actually, it was over a year ago, for like a year and a half ago. I got everything dissolved apart from my lips. I had my lips dissolved and then got them redone. And then I get Botox in my forehead and in my jaw to stop me from grinding my teeth. If you grind your teeth really bad, the best thing you can do is get Botox in this muscle here. And since I've been having it done, I don't grind my teeth at all. And the reason I got it done is because I got my teeth done in the first place because I'd grinded one side of my teeth down so far, they were really small, and then this side was like longer. So I wanted to get my teeth done, so I got my teeth done. Obviously it costs a lot of money, so I didn't want to then grind these ones and risk like these breaking or whatever. So I spoke to the woman that does my filler and Botox, and she was like, listen, you can get Botox here and it will stop you from grinding your teeth. And since I've had it, I've not, touched wood, been grinding my teeth in my sleep, which is obviously great. So yeah, if you like, I used to wake up and my jaw would ache so bad. Like if you get that and you grind your teeth, I cannot recommend getting that enough. Like it's the best thing. Botox here, just to stop that. So yeah, loads of people think I've had a nose job, which is kind of flattering because, listen, like I don't like my nose and I would never get a nose job just because I'm too scared, and I feel like it's so in the centre of your face. If it fucks up, like it fucks up your whole face. So I just wouldn't dare get a nose job. And yeah, I get accused of a lot of things. Like I've been accused of BBLs, which is crazy to me because I don't think my bum is big at all. Like I just don't. It blows my mind. But anyway, and I think my weight fluctuates a lot. Like when I gain weight, I tend to gain most of my weight on my thighs and my ass. Like I don't really gain weight on my stomach. I gain weight on my arms. I gain weight under here, but I don't really gain weight on my stomach ever. Yeah, it's just how I am, I guess. But then sometimes I'm skinnier and then I lose weight. Like it's just, you know, it is what it is. I feel like on my clothing hauls you can see that I've not had a BBL anyway because I have hip dips and I'm perfectly fine with that. I think hip dips are literally fine. Like I like my hip dips, I'm not bothered by them. So yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Someone's put, are you planning to move outside the UK? I definitely want to move outside the UK in the next 10 years, maybe 5 to 10 years. But for now, no, because I have a lot going on here with expanding my brand and stuff, that moving abroad wouldn't be ideal for me right now. But I am moving to a different city soon because I just don't, the problem with me is I don't know where I want to live. I've never felt like settled in one place. So I don't know where I want to live. It's difficult for me. I don't know. I don't want to live here, I know that. So I'm going to move to a different city, see how I feel about it, if I like it. And then, yeah, if I don't, then I'll move to another city, I don't care where I live. Like, I'm really not that person that's like going to be stuck in one place forever, I don't think. So, yeah, I'm moving soon, which I feel like I'll probably do moving vlogs and stuff like that. Just let me know if you want to see that. I don't know if that's just something you want to see or not. I don't know. But yeah, so next question is, I keep getting asked this a lot, so I'm just going to answer it. Am I dating anyone? I feel like I'm not going to tell you anything about my love life until I know that this person is the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, because I just am very private like that. And I feel like just learning from previous experiences, obviously my ex and stuff, I posted videos with him, and I posted him online, and then it didn't work out, and it's just a bit like, it's a bit of an L. You have to delete the videos and that. Like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to introduce someone to this part of my life, like this world, that, you know, this YouTube life and until I'm sure, I'm fully sure that that person is someone that I definitely want to spend the rest of my life with. So you won't know anything about that for, I don't know, maybe a long time. I don't know. Someone's put, how are you so positive? What keeps you going? How are you so confident? The reason why I stay positive is because I always think about things that I'm grateful for. Like, I'm very grateful for my life. I'm very grateful for everything that I have. The smallest things I'm so grateful for. And I think when you are really truly grateful for your life and little things, like, you just automatically are happy because you're in that mindset of being grateful, and it's just a positive headspace, you know. Don't get me wrong, I have days, like, just like everybody else, where I don't feel positive. That's completely normal. Rarely, I would say, I have those days, but I do still have those days where I just feel like, oh, like, annoyed, like everything's going wrong in the day, and I'm just like, oh, you know. Still got the tag in my thing, love that for me. So yeah, like, I'm not positive 100% of the time, but I think the thing that keeps me the most positive is just being grateful for everything that I have. And the other question was, how are you so confident? I feel like I'm a lot more confident now as I'm older, because I'm a lot more at peace with who I am as a person and what I have to offer and what I have to give. And I think so much of confidence is much more than about what you look like. And I think as you get older, you maybe realise that. Like, I love to look after myself, and I love to look presentable, and I love makeup and hair and fashion. I'm the girliest girl on the planet. Like, I love girly things like that. But at the same time, I feel like when you get older, you realise that there's so much more to you than just what you look like. And that's where I think true confidence comes from, is just knowing who you are as a person and what you have to offer. So yeah, I feel like that's something that comes with age, to be honest. For me anyway, I don't know about anyone else. Obviously, we all have days where we don't feel as confident. That's just completely normal. Like, some days you'll just be like, oh, I just really don't feel confident about myself today. I feel like, ugh. Like, we all have those days. It's just, there's so much more to people than what you look like. Which sounds crazy for me to say. People are like, but you've got a boob job and you've had your teeth done and da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, I know. But I think as you get older, you realise that that's just not the main thing, and not the thing that's most important about a person. Me, especially when I meet people, like guys and stuff, or from dating, I don't go for solely looks. Like, obviously I need to be initially attracted to you, but that's just not something that's going to keep me around, like what you look like. We need to connect on a deeper level. Like, personality and just soul and just who you are as a person is so much more important than what you look like. And I don't care what anyone says. Obviously, you need to be initially attracted to someone, but that's not everything. And if you're with someone, or you're just going after people just because of what they look like, you're never gonna have that, like, deep soul connection, which is what I want. So I just, yeah. Someone's put books, please. Books you've read and learned from. I'm going to give you, I have so many books I read all the time. I'm going to give you 2 books that I feel like you need to read. And I would say this to anybody, if you're trying to get into a positive mindset, if you're trying to become a bit more spiritual, these 2 books you need to read, okay? Both for different reasons. So the first one is Manifest Now. That is one of the most positive books I've ever read. It is so inspiring. I read it when I just want to get a little pick-me-up. The best book ever. You need to get it. And Free Your Energy. Free Your Energy is another good book. I will link them both down below. But you need to read those 2 books if you are struggling, especially at these times, to stay in a positive mind. And, you know, because it is a little bit stressful and it's a bit, you know, the unknown at the moment. So if you need to get into a positive headspace, or you want something to inspire you, then please get those books. Manifest Now and Free Your Energy. You need those 2 books. So someone said, how do you stay so motivated and calm during these times? I have days when I'm not motivated and I don't do anything. Do not get me wrong. There's days where I lay in bed all day and I don't have no motivation to do anything, and I'm fully accepted that that's okay, because I feel like in these times it's like we're all so confused with what's going on, and it's a little bit of the unknown. And if you have a day where you don't want to do anything, you don't even want to get out of bed, that is literally fine. It's okay, you can do that. But you've got to pick yourself up at some point. But I'm just saying, like, if you have those days, that's fine. And I have those days, you know, it is what it is. I'm a very, very calm person these days. I tend to try and meditate. If I feel stressed, then I'll meditate, which I think is very important. And also, sometimes I like to just escape from the world. Like the other day, I just turned my phone off for like 9 hours, and I just read a book, went for a walk, just did things that was just like, so I could just not think about the world for a second and what's going on, and just like, I don't know, I found a lot of peace in doing that. And I would recommend, if anyone feels overwhelmed, yeah, you go online and you see all this crazy stuff on the news and written online about what's going on, and you feel like a bit anxious about it, a bit confused, a bit stressed about it, just turn your phone off for a day or however long you want to turn it off for, and just go outside, go for a walk, get some fresh air, read a book, do something that's, you know, makes you feel at peace. And I like to do that sometimes, so definitely helps me. If you could tell your 18-year-old self a piece of advice, what would it be? Don't try and grow up too fast. When I was 18, I tried to grow up so fast, and I don't know why. And also, when you're 18, do not put pressure on yourself to know what you want to do with your life. 18 is incredibly young, and you have so much time to trial things. Like, even if you went to college and you're studying something and you think, I don't think this is for me, that's absolutely fine, try something else. You have so much time to just trial and error a lot of things. And when I was 18, I put loads of pressure on myself, I remember, and I just wanted to grow up so fast, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Yeah, it's not good. Please don't be pressuring yourself at 18. Don't be pressuring yourself at 16, because I know people do their GCSEs and they're like, oh my god, I don't know what I want to do when I leave school. You don't have to know. You don't. Trust me, you have so much time to figure it out. And I think schools put a lot of pressure on kids, especially when I was at school anyway. They put loads of pressure on us to know what we wanted to do after our GCSEs. Like, what are you going to do when you leave school? And it's like, I don't know. Let me live. I don't know. Like, if I told you all of the jobs that I've ever had, you'd be like, what the hell? And then I'm at this point now, and it's like, I went through so many jobs. It's crazy. So, and so many different paths. I feel like I've lived about 16 different lifetimes in one life. Like, it's mad. Someone's put business struggles during lockdown, and the gains as well. So the struggle for me at the moment is getting new products EU regulated, ready to launch. It's a very long process because my labs are in China, so the communication between my lab, and then whenever you create a product, I just want to let you know, there's two different ways to create a product. You can do private label, where it's already made, you just stick your logo on it, which I think is lazy and I don't want to do that, but everyone's different. If you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with it. But I do OEM, and OEM is basically where you make a product from scratch in a lab. It's original formula, everything's original. It's all just designed from scratch. When you do that, it has to go through EU regulations, so all the ingredients in the product have to go and be EU regulated, safe to use. It also has to be tried and tested in a lab under certain lightings and stuff to see if it will last. So the shelf life can be 12 months, or they'll normally test it for like 3 years and see if it will last for 3 years. Because obviously when you put it on, say, shelf life, and say someone doesn't buy it straight away as soon as you launch, it's still 3 years. Still has a 3-year thing on it, so if you buy it, it's still 12 months in date. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but you have to get your products EU regulated, which is a very long process, because if an ingredient in the product gets disapproved by the EU, then I have to switch it out for something else, retry the product with the new ingredient, and then go through all of that process again. So that has been very difficult at the moment with what's going on. The communications have been very difficult because people aren't at work and stuff, so it's just been a bit mad. But I'm keeping positive, I'm keeping the faith, because I feel like it'll all work out, and these next 2 products are my favourite that I've ever created so far, so I'm really excited. And also the gains, I feel like there isn't many in this time, you know, there isn't many gains, but I am staying positive. So yeah, I know it's frustrating that I haven't launched a product in so long, but honestly, when I say I'm a perfectionist, and nothing's coming out with my name on it that is not perfect. And I think it's actually been over a year since I launched a new product, but it's just because, yeah, of all the EU regulation stuff. And at the end of 2019 I actually flew to Hong Kong and found a new lab because my other lab couldn't produce what I wanted with this. So I have a lab for something separate, and then this for this. It's like, oh, it's crazy, but we're getting there. We're getting there. How come you don't upload on YouTube as much now? Are you doing okay? I feel like for YouTube videos, I have to feel in the mood and I have to feel inspired to film. I don't like to force myself to film content because I feel like you can tell when it's forced. Part of me feels like my environment, like in this house, I've never really felt fully like, I feel like in this house sometimes I feel like my energy's drained, and it's crazy because I went to a psychic and she told me that I had bad energy in my bathroom, so I've put crystals in there now. But I definitely feel as if the energy is off in my house, and like sometimes I switch the furniture around, little feng shui, a little sage and that, and I still feel like the energy's just off. So I can't wait to just move somewhere fresh, have a fresh space, fresh environment, and I think I'll just feel re-inspired to film. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I'm moving, because I want to feel more inspired with my content and stuff, and just in this house. I don't know what it is. And I think because as well I've spent so much time in this house recently, obviously because of lockdown, I haven't been able to go anywhere, so I've been in this house 24/7. I've realised how much I actually don't like living here. And don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful to have a roof over my head, and I'm very fortunate to have this house. Like, I'm very, very, very grateful 100 times over. But if I have the opportunity to be able to move, then I'm going to move. So yeah. So the next question was, what type do you vibe with? On about guys. I actually have a checklist of things. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I manifest people into my life because I just write down lists of things that I want and they're on the list, and I'm like, oh, okay. Obviously nobody's perfect, so no one's gonna have every single thing that you want in a person. But yeah, I just go off of energy and vibes, and also I'd have to be with someone that's spiritual like me, because I feel like if I didn't, it might be a bit weird. Did you ever plan out your life? Example, getting married at 25, kids at 27, question mark. I've never been that person that's planned out that part of my life, because I've always been so focused on my, I don't get me wrong, I've planned out my career side of my life. Like, I've planned out like businesses that I want, how much money I want to make, what houses I want to be living in, what I want to invest my money in, like, do I want to get into property development, all these things. I've literally planned so much in regards to career and businesses and that kind of thing. But when it comes to like marriage and kids, it's always been something that I've felt like I'll just move with it when it happens. Like, I don't like to put pressure on myself, because a lot of people be like, oh my god, like, I need to find someone because I need to have kids before I'm 30. Whereas me, I've always just been like, if I got to 30, 32 and I hadn't met someone, then I'd just freeze my eggs, potentially, if you can do that. Freeze my eggs and then just wait for the right time to meet someone. I don't put pressure on it, because I think mindset wise I might be a bit deluded. Like, say if I met someone and I was in a rush to just meet someone and get married and maybe I might miss a few things about them that I don't actually like. I just want it to be just genuine and just flow with life in that sense. But yeah, I definitely have a plan for career wise. Someone's put, what's something positive that has changed about you as you've gotten older? I care less about what people think, way less. Like, I've kind of always been that person that doesn't really care what people think, because otherwise I feel like I would never have even stuck at YouTube if I actually cared what people think. But I feel like now I'm older, I literally do not care at all what people think. I'm very at peace within myself, within like who I am as a person, with my life. Like, I'm very at peace. So yeah, that's something that's very positive. I don't care. Like, some of the DMs I get, like the nasty ones and that, I just find them funny, or I just be like, whatever. And also, I think more positive, I think I don't know, I think I've evolved massively as a person. Like, when I look at myself even 2 years ago to who I am now, I think I've had a lot of personal growth, and I just feel like I'm just such a better person, to be honest. I'm always working on myself. I always try, if I see faults in myself, I'm always trying to work on myself. I think it's very important to be self-aware of what you need to improve on. So yeah, I've definitely gotten better within myself as a whole, I feel like, at this age. I feel very at peace. So someone's put, what has made you want to move after lockdown? Like I said before, it's just because I've spent so much more time in this house that I've actually realised I don't want to live here. And I've actually been looking at places to move for the last 6-7 months, but I never actually got round to moving just because I had so much going on and I was never really here. Like, I was never really in the house anyway, so I just was like, do you know what, like, it's fine. But since I've spent obviously all of my time in this house, I've realised that just energy wise and just how I feel living here, it's not the kind of place that I want to be living. So yeah, like I said, I'm very grateful to have a roof over my head. Like, I'm very fortunate to be to even have this house, but yeah, I want to definitely move, so that's why I'm moving. As soon as lockdown's over, I'm out of here. Someone said, how do you grow on YouTube? The thing that I will say that is really important with YouTube is to be very consistent, especially at the start. Like, obviously I feel like I don't post as much as I did, but when I first started I was posting 2-3 times a week and I was always switching it up. I did so many different makeup looks. If a new product came out, I was the first one to if a new product launches, try and get that review up as quickly as you possibly can. Order the product, get the video up, because a lot of times people will search for a review on a product before they order it. So that's something that I feel like is important. And yeah, just to be as consistent as you possibly can. And you're not going to gain anything from it in the start. Don't get me wrong, there are occasionally people that just blow up like that and they blow up really fast, but for the majority of people, like, you have to be on this YouTube grind for a long time before you see any benefits from it. So if you're doing it for any other reason than just because you love YouTube, then don't do it. If you're just doing it for money, or if you're just doing it for free makeup, or whatever you're doing it for, you're not going to last. It's a lot of work and a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you probably don't even realise. Like, with everything, YouTube is a lot of work. So yeah, just be consistent. Just be as consistent as you possibly can. I had a full-time job at the time and I still found time to upload 2 videos a week. I would actually take my phone to work and upload off of my phone whilst I was at work, and whilst I was asleep I would leave my phone uploading YouTube videos. Like, there's ways that you can do it. There's ways to do anything if you really want to do something. But yeah, just stay consistent. Don't give up. Your time will come if you don't give up, I promise. Goals for 2021, and do you have finance money goals? My goals for 2021 are to do everything that I wanted to do in 2020. I'm just going to move that to next year. So all the launches that were supposed to happen this year will be, well, there's going to be some at the end of the year and then next year. I'm going to launch stuff that I was supposed to launch in summer. I'm still going to launch that, but it'll just be later on in the year. It doesn't even matter whether it's summer or not, because it's just, it works both ways. So yeah, and then I definitely have finance and money goals, of course. I feel like that's very important. You should always have that. Strive for a certain figure and stuff and write it down and manifest it. It's very important. And I want to travel. I want to travel more. I just think traveling is just one of the most amazing things you can do for your life, is to travel. If you have the money and the means to be able to do it and the freedom to be able to do it, then you have to take full advantage of that. With what I do as a job, like YouTube and stuff, obviously I can just bring you with me. We can share the experience together, and I just think traveling is just one of the best investments you'll ever make, spending money on. I never regret spending money on traveling to places and, you know, living my life, because it's very important. Someone's put, I'm so determined to be successful in life, but I can't decide what I want to do. It's so frustrating. I feel you on that, because I want to be successful so bad, but I had no clue what I wanted to do. The best thing for you to do is just try out a few things that you think that you'd like. So write down a list of things that you think, I'm interested in doing that, I'm interested in doing that, and just try things. Just try things and see what you like and what you don't like. Here's the thing for you as well. A lot of people say age and stuff, like, oh my god, I'm getting older, like I'm not going to be successful. There's no age on these things. Like, Jay-Z didn't start making music until I think he was 35. I'm sure he's 35. He was in his 30s anyway. Like, you read up about certain successful people that didn't get successful until mid-30s, you'll be like, oh my god, what am I even stressing about? I can still be successful at 35, 40. It doesn't matter. Like, literally, you can be successful at any age. You can get successful at 50 years old. There's no time limit for these things. Do not put pressure on yourself, okay? You've got all the time in the world to figure out what you want to do. That is the finished video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.